Hello, today is the 5th of the 5th. It's a, what is it? A Friday. Nearly the weekend. And today I'm going to write something. Well, today I'm not really going to write. I'm going to be kind of doing something a little bit unusual for me, which is I'm going to just take some dialogue from a TV show. One of my favourite TV shows called King of the Hill. And I was watching it last night. And I found a segment of dialogue where Hank Hill, the main character, is talking to his son Bobby, and he's retelling a story that Khan, his neighbor, told at a funeral. Khan is a Buddhist, and he told this story, and Hank retold it to Bobby when Bobby was worried about his dad dying, and there's not any great significance to this. I like the story, and I think it's funny the way Hank tells it. But the thing that kind of stuck out to me and made it interesting and sort of like worth recording, just for the sake of maybe using it, maybe as like a skit on a winter tape album or something like that, is the fact that he interprets the story and retells it using instead of like a Buddhist character, he uses Roger Staubach, the American football player, and he refers to the football player as Roger for the duration of the story, and I thought it would be kind of cool to have audio of that, so I'm going to record it in from the TV, well, from the PlayStation really. I'm just using the TV to kind of like monitor what's going on screen and record it in, but then so I'll have like a stereo direct input of that. But then I'm also going to record in, I'm going to replay the same clip and mic it up over here, so that I can, my idea is to fade the mic in and out. So I'll have the direct line going through the entire playback, but then I'll have the mic coming in and out and sort of like phasing and kind of like being slightly out of phase, so that it's not just like a boring, you know, run-of-the-mill audio recording from a DVD. It's like it has some kind of like extra space, and I can pan it maybe and make it a little bit more interesting, but not too obtuse and distracting to listen to. I'm going to try and do that. And also, this is probably going to be a really quick process, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to record that in, and that'll be my 8 bars for today, even though it's kind of cheating, but it's the idea I have, so, you know, I think it would kind of be, I don't know, it wouldn't feel right for me to do something that I didn't have in my head today. And then also what I'm going to do, and I might leave the camera on for this, is I'm putting my weekly songs 15 to 28 onto tape today. So I'm going to bounce them out of Logic and put them onto tape, but that's kind of more like, I don't know, behind the scenes type of work, whatever. So I might turn the camera off for that, but what I'm going to keep the camera on for is the King of the Hill stuff, so I'm going to get started. Let's see what it can do. Oh, and also my TV is broken at the moment because I dropped it on the floor, so it's not really that great for watching stuff, but it'll suit my purposes today. The episode's called Death of a Propane Salesman. It's the first episode of season 3.
Hey, so for your birthday I wanted to get you those earrings you like, but I'm kind of tapped out, so here's some CDs I don't listen to anymore. Later, Buckley.
Buckley.
This is the bit.
Yeah, so I guess you're up here because of the way I've been acting since the explosion.
Well, when that happened, I was afraid you were dead. And today you were talking to your friends about dying, and I guess I freaked out.
Oh, son, you shouldn't be worrying about that stuff. Hopefully it's a long way off. A boy your age ought to worry about getting dates and making a team and, you know, getting dates. My dying should be at the bottom of the list. You need to relax and enjoy life. Huh. Hey, did I ever tell you the story about the man and the tiger? Well, there was this man, and he was being chased by a ferocious tiger. Make that a lion. A Detroit lion. 2 of them. And the man was Cowboy Hall of Famer Roger Staubach.
I know him. He sells life insurance on TV.
Yeah, well, anyway, The Lions were blitzing, and Roger rolled out of the pocket, running for his life. He headed for the sidelines, but these two Lions were closing in on him. Then, out of the corner of his eye, he saw a strawberry cup of Gatorade. Well, Roger took a drink of that Gatorade, but I'll tell you something, son. It was the sweetest sip of Gatorade Roger ever tasted.
Oh, I get it. It's funny, Dad. You told it great. I got an even better joke for you.
Okay.
Two Eskimos want to buy a car together, but only one of them knows how to drive. So they take a bus to the car store, and they bring their money with them. Oh, did I say they were trading in their dog sled?
No.
Because that's the punchline. So,
So there we go. I got the audio from that, and I've got in my head how I think I'm gonna cut it up. I'm gonna try and remove the bit where it says it's a story about Roger Staubach, so that it just kind of goes to, well, anyway, he was being chased by two ferocious lions, and then I'm probably gonna cut the bit at the end where Bobby tells his joke, and just kind of leave it like that. I feel like I'm waiting for what song this is actually going to be in between, like what two songs is going to be in between. I feel like it should be like, you know, just a skip between two songs. I just don't know which ones yet, but we will see. Oh, whoops, I went too far. And now I'm going back to record from the TV with the mic so that I can do the phasing thing I spoke about earlier. I might put it like slightly behind, like by like milliseconds, and then phase it and stuff.
And then Mr. Krinsky called and said he saw you.
Okay, so that's the right point to get to, and then I'm gonna change some wires around. Okay, and now I'm gonna record it with the mic. So we're gonna turn off the speakers, turn the mic gain up, press record, turn the TV up, and press play.
Yeah, so I guess you're up here because of the way I've been acting since the explosion. He saw a strawberry cup of Gatorade. Well, Roger took a drink of that Gatorade, but I'll tell you something, son. It was the sweetest sip of Gatorade Roger ever tasted.
Okay, so I've recorded the direct audio in through the sound card from the DVD player, and I've also recorded it mic'd up. So I've got two tracks now, one stereo track and one mono track. So I'm going to line them up and then take them out of line so they're out of phase.
I've been acting since the explosion.
well,
It's a long way off. The boy your age ought to worry about getting dates and making a team and, you know, getting dates. My dying should be at the bottom of the list. You need...
I know him. He sells life insurance on TV.
Okay, so now I've got it out of phase, and I've got it so that the stereo track sort of like left and right equally, and then the mono track has a, a sample delay on it, so it's like minuscule amounts of delay, but I got it so the right ear is a little bit behind the line in stereo track, and the left ear is about 3,000 milliseconds after that. So it kind of gives this spacey weird effect, and it sounds kind of cool. And now I'm going to cut it up so that I can take the bits of dialogue that I want, and then I'll have like one whole bit of dialogue that sounds pretty good. Fingers crossed. It's kind of weird that the name isn't introduced before, because I've taken out the Roger Staubach thing, but I think I can live with that.
Fed a lion. A Detroit lion. Two of them. The lions were blitzing.
Is that a good place to start? Why not?
Yes, I freaked out.
Oh, son, you shouldn't be worrying about that stuff. Hopefully it's a long way off. A boy your age ought to worry about getting dates and making a team and, you know, getting dates. My dying should be at the bottom of the list. You need to relax and enjoy life. Huh. Hey, did I ever tell you?
What I might do is just fade in the phasey mic thing to the point where the cut is in the audio, and then fade it out again. So that you get this clean, direct in sound, and it slowly grows in stereo to a pitch, and then goes back down again.
You shouldn't be worrying about that stuff. Hopefully it's a long way off. The boy your age ought to worry about getting dates and making a team and, you know, getting dates. My dying should be at the bottom of the list. You need to relax and enjoy life. Roger ever tasted.
Anyway, that's it for today. I'm going to go and work on the weekly song stuff. Probably what I'll do, instead of like actually showing you the process of me like bouncing out the ideas from Logic and putting them onto tape and stuff like that, that's not going to be the most interesting process. It's going to be kind of boring to watch. So what I'm going to do probably is show you kind of like a highlights reel of what it kind of sounds like and the songs and stuff, and just show you, you know, what that sounds like. But yeah, for anybody who's interested in that, it's going to be 14 songs that I wrote, each of them in a week, and they're kind of like semi-fleshed out. They got like harmony vocals and stuff. They're kind of like the stuff I've been doing on this video, but it's they've been the result of a podcast I do with my friend Declan, where every week we write a song each, take it to the podcast, and we share it with each other, and then kind of like tell each other how we wrote and that sort of thing. So these are the 14 most recent ones, and I'm pretty pleased with how they come out. It's 14 songs that I'm really proud of, and it's going to be on sale on my Bandcamp for just £1. £1, that's it. And yeah, 14 songs for £1. And the website's rogerheathers.com. That's Heathers, and there's no D in Roger. Okay, right, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.